Hello, hello, my lovely Libras. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina, and I'm going to be doing your general read for the upcoming month of October. Hope y'all are doing well. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to start doing these again. Like once a month is kind of what I'm like aiming for, but we'll see. I'm here this month though for the read for October. Happy birthday to my September and October Libras. Got cards for days. Man, the maiden is just like coming out everywhere. So is the orphan. Okay. So, Libra. We have the empty room and the orphan for my Libras. It seems to just be an energy that's around, I guess. So the empty room and the orphan kind of lend to the idea of, abandonment, feeling alone, feeling isolated. But the Anima Mundi card really kind of speaks to the idea of like completion. And, similar to, the way that I've kind of been feeling about the energy for other reads, it does kind of feel like you're coming out of this place of feeling, I want to say feeling unseen and unheard, feeling like it's just, like you're just alone in a room. I might as well just be alone is kind of that, what I want to say. Like I'm better off alone. This environment around me is not a good one. And you have the Mother here. And the Mother is kind of a card that speaks to the idea of like, either a healthy relationship or an unhealthy relationship. Either you're coddled and suffocated, or you're free to kind of like be who you are and express who you are and grow into who you are. So I mean there's definitely this idea of maybe the person that you're dealing with was just extremely, I just want to say like maybe they're just extremely overbearing. When someone finds their identity in other people, they tend to want to dictate to those people like how it is that they're supposed to behave, right? Like if I define myself in you, then you need to represent me, and that means being me, not being you. You're just like, sorry, I can't do that. I can't be who you want me to be, and pulling away, and really just kind of understanding, like entirely, like why is it that I can't be who this person is asking me to be, and who is it that I really am? And kind of rediscovering yourself. Because you have the threshold, the gem, and the womb, along with the maiden. So, I mean, to me, that's the idea of finding value in yourself. I mean, the gem comes from a great deal of pressure, right? You have a lot of really heavy experiences that kind of mold you and transform you into something very valuable. And it feels like you're wanting to take that that experience of isolation and almost like develop it into an incubator is what's coming to mind right now. But just kind of like incubating yourself, tending to yourself, taking care of the things that you sincerely want, because this all comes with a very big I don't want that kind of feeling, because that didn't seem to really see the value that you attained. It just wanted to kind of criticize and isolate it. And so you're moving, like in this state of completion, of like recognition of this cycle, or, like this how this relationship has been playing out for you, bringing yourself into a place of healing that allows you to really, step forward and move toward what it is that you are, what it is that you're really longing for or passionate about. I don't know where my phone is right now. But, sorry, I just turned the ringer off. But, I mean, that's the idea, right? Exploration, being passionate about life, recognizing your value and wanting to move forward with that, and that's kind of what this read is just saying. It's like this letting go of a situation, circumstance, person, place, or thing that left you feeling empty inside, that left you feeling, you know, unseen and unheard. I mean, this is just, you know, like I'm in a sound chamber, and it doesn't matter what I say or what I do. Like, you're never gonna, it's never gonna matter. You know, like you could be sitting on a fucking treasure. You know, I almost feel like Leaves, you want to be like, excuse me, you are sitting on a fucking treasure. You know, like, you'll come through with a little bit of sass. I love it. Let's see what else we have here for my Leaves. We got some major arcanas here. Okay, so we have the Chariot and the Sun, the Hanged Man and the Hierophant. I mean, the High Priestess, sorry. So this is like a major shift in perspective, seeing things completely differently, moving in a new direction entirely. I mean, that feels like a flip. I don't know how else to say that other than it just feels like a flip, like almost like a, okay, I'm done with this. Like I'm done with the neglect, you know? I mean, I feel like you feel neglected. This energy feels like a neglected energy. This energy feels like an energy that is like, I don't know what else I can do, you know, like maybe if I stand upside down on my head and, you know, wave around some flags, somebody will see this smoke signal that's coming up. And almost this idea of like, of just recognizing that you're smoking yourself out of a room. You know, like it's time to get out. It's time to move forward. You see it now with a whole new perspective that has just, I want to say, like illuminated your mentality towards it. And so you've made a decision to, I mean, you know, like this Eight of Cups is sadness, you know, but again, I feel like the Eight of Cups kind of goes back to this, you know, almost that idea of like, I'm done being sad. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm ready to move forward. I kind of want to say, like, because of the fact that it's the Hanged Man, with the Moon and the High Priestess, it gives it that idea of like, now that I see things differently, I want to change the direction that I'm going. I want to move differently, but like, I don't necessarily have experience in moving in that direction. So I'm trusting my intuition, I'm trusting my understanding, and I'm trusting my, you know, just kind of like my gut, and I'm moving in the direction that I want to go, because I don't want to feel sad. I want to be happy. And I think, you know, just experience a different type of relationship, I almost want to say. You know, somebody who really sincerely sees your value, somebody who I think is excited at the prospect of exploring, you know, like this kind of comes with an energy of adventure, you know. I don't know. Let's do some more cards and see what else we get. All right, Leaves. Yay, this is happy. What's coming out here for my Libras? I do kind of get the feeling that there's this idea of like, you're not tired of like you're never really going to change until you're tired of your own behavior. And there is almost this idea of feeling tired of your own behavior that's like coming through here, you know, because it seems like that's kind of this orphaned, empty room mentality of seeing it very differently. You know, like seeing that you're not the victim, seeing that you are in control of it, seeing that you have the ability to move forward and, you know, make decisions. And the Strength card fell out. Oh, I love that. Because it does. It feels like this like level of strength. You know, this knowing, this moving on intuition, this I don't want to, you know, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I'm over that. You know, I'm ready to move forward, and I'm pulling, and I have the strength to do it. You know, I have the strength and the knowledge. You have 2 Leo cards here. Strength in the Sun. I work with a Libra rising. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely, there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of, you know, again, with this feeling of empowerment, maybe that's a theme that's happening right now, but it definitely feels strong and momentous, you know. Let's see what else we can get here for my Libras. It got hot from like earlier today, but my hair is also a mess, so I was like, just gotta fix this. Okay. Let's see what else we can get for my leaves. High Priestess again, and the Sun again. OM Gerd. Okay, but the Death. Again, the ending, you know, the walking away, this, you know, completion of a cycle, a fullness of understanding of why things, you know, are happening the way that they happen in life, you know, why it is that you are feeling like you're being controlled and neglected, and really just facing it head on with a new perspective and a lot of knowledge, but also just this lighthearted innocence. I mean, you have the Maiden and the Fool, and the Maiden is the, you know, like the youthful card, and the Fool is, you know, in the beginning. So I mean, it feels like just kind of stepping forward into something different. I don't know how that will resonate for each of you, you know, because I feel like it'll be different for everyone. But it does feel like it feels lighter. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel isolated. You know, in fact, the 2 of Wands, you know, the Sun, there feels like there's people around you. You know what I mean? I just feel like you've made this decision to just move in the direction of your heart. You know, move towards your friends and your loved ones and the people who really, you know, bring out the best in you, and trusting in your ability to make those decisions healthy, you know, like in a healthy way, so that you can move in a direction that's going to bring you a lot of joy. And I almost want to say, not that it's a feat of strength. I don't know, when I say feat of strength, I think of like Goliath or some shit. But I feel like this is like a feat of strength, and almost like when you know something, you can't unknow it. But when you've mastered something, it's like you can't unmaster it. And I feel like there's this ending, or this mastery that has come from this ending, that just has altered you in a way. It feels altered. I don't know, this energy feels altered. I feel like you have experienced something that has shifted something inside of you, and I almost want to say, like with a rush of water, you know, like with a momentum behind it, you know, like pushed you in a direction that's taking you someplace completely different. Okay, we'll do an archetype, and then we'll call it a read. Yeah. All right, Libras. Let's see what else we have here. Arrows. I don't know, maybe you guys are getting into a new relationship, you know? Maybe you have recently experienced an ending, you know, you were in a relationship that was just like not feeding your soul, or you were surrounded with people who were not feeding your soul, or you were, you know, experiencing some things in the workplace that were just like tearing you down, and you've gone through it and you've pulled yourself out of it, and I think recognized like almost like how you were seeing things in a way that was causing you to feel neglect. And then you have this shift, you know, this change that brings in this, I mean, I just want to say like abundance on abundance on abundance, you know, like this just feels really like light and happy and like right in every way, you know, like, you know, sometimes you're like, well, I don't know, like this might be right, it might be okay, but there's a part of you that's just kind of like, you question it, you know, you're just kind of like, but I'm not like totally sold on this. This feels like there's no question about like being sold on something. This feels like, you know, like every ounce of your being just knows the direction that you want to go, and the direction that you want to go is a different direction than one you had previously been walking in. And that's that. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you again soon.